Thank you, Leonardo. And we gave this name Public Policy Innovation, Institution Innovations and Sustainability for the Argentine Productive Development. Basically, answering the question, what is innovation, political innovation, or what is institutional innovation? In order to answer that question, we didn't want to start talking, but we want to show actions or facts to understand what is the improvement in the public-public linkage and the public-private link. So let's show some images, let's show a video, which is much better than words. In a province that is always in the front line, we in Córdoba have another reason to be proud of. In 2017, more than 1,800 farmers embraced the sustainability flag. The BPAs in agricultural practices consolidated in 2018 with the introduction of 3,200 farmers that work and produce thinking about the development and taking care of the resources. With 100 million pesos in place, agricultural facilities, all-scale farmers, and in the 26 counties in Córdoba said, here we are, and we prove that our territory is diverse in this initiative in the government of province. More than 1.1 million hectares are under the good agricultural practices in Córdoba, with actual results of these 12,000 practices that were validated last year. This is action, commitment, sustainability, and for all of this, for this 2019, we set the bar higher. Our governor decided to increase the fund to 130 million pesos to include more farmers that do things very well in the farms, more practices, incentives to the application of technology, more institutionality through the 50 bureaus that form the advisory council, and the conviction that all together the future is now. Because we believe, because we create in the good agricultural practices, Ministry of Agriculture and Cattle Raising of the government of the province of Córdoba. We're really thrilled to show you that how we go from stating into doing things, and we're going to change the order of the program. We have to be able to interact in a different way. I'm going to invite Sergio Buso to come to the stage and to come with the agricultural industry of the national government, Eduardo Sarquís, Secretary of Agriculture of the province of Santa Fe, and the Secretary of Agriculture of the national government, Juan Manuel Medina, and Guillermo Willy Bernaudo. And we talked about the public and private things, and throughout the afternoon we're going to give another message, but the importance of 3 provinces. I'm going to read first. The provinces agreed that the provinces agreed, and that helps sustainability at national level. In this first International Wheat Congress, we ratify the objective of feeding the world, taking care of the planet, and decreasing the greenhouse gases emissions. And this Congress has given eyes to the world, to what we can produce here in this country, and to listen to what the world needs. In view of the climate change that we need to harvest wheat, Argentina is one of the last ideal territories for wheat consumption, for wheat production, and it helps us be sustainable in time. It is the part's intention to continue working cooperatively in public and private actions to activate the wheat market in Argentina. The provinces agree that due to the importance of the results of this Congress, this event is going to be done biannually, and the province of Buenos Aires will host this Congress in 2021 and Santa Fe in 2023. So the idea is, what's next? The question is, what's next? Not only the host provinces, but also we have to promote actions in terms of research, development, and innovation. I plus D plus D, R plus D plus D, and to promote agricultural practices to ensure food safety, people, healthcare, and the planet in view of a sustainable climate and economy. So this is the letter of intent that is being signed by all three provinces. Please, a big round of applause for the provinces and the national government with the signing of this agreement. And I'm going to ask you now, I know that because of time restraints, Leonardo Sarquís, the Minister from Buenos Aires, wants to say a few words. Willy Bernardo. Do we sign first, please? So with joint efforts and actions, Minister, please now. Okay, just two things, because we have to leave now. After everything we've seen in this couple of days, the first thing I think about is, okay, we have to assess everything that's happened over the years and the change in this crop, which is wheat, regarding the internal and external and the foreign perspective that it has. More often than not, you must have heard that in the past we had a certain number of markets. We have 47 new markets for wheat, knowing that Brazil is our main client. Because of the quantity and the quality of what they buy, and the perspectives are really good. Santa Fe, Buenos Aires, and Córdoba, they all together account for 87% of the wheat production in the country. The three provinces have suffered lots of problems in these past 4 years. And that's why I think that these difficulties have really bonded us, and this institutional renewal. Well, today a journalist asked me, "What do you mean by that?" In a normal country, I don't say anything, because the most logical thing to do is that provinces jointly work together. But when you have three different political parties, three different governors that come from different political backgrounds, and we, the ministers, are working together, it's really an example where the main topics are not even discussed or thought about. We have a WhatsApp group with the Agricultural Council in the Pampean region, where we debate everything, things that Córdoba is doing, we take it, and then things that are being done in Santa Fe, we take it, and so on and so forth. And the national government is opening markets. They're doing things really well, and we are aligned with that. I think this Congress actually proves that. There are 17 countries represented here, and that's only natural, and Godspeed when we have it in Buenos Aires in 2021. We hope that we have twice as many countries being represented in this Congress. What Argentina is doing is not a minor thing. We have more than 21 million tons And in Buenos Aires, that this is only starting. We can see it up until September. Perspectives are much better even than the one last year. So I'm sure the perspective for new products is going to be even better. We have water in the profiles, so I'm sure that the next campaigns will be really good. And we always have to look ahead. There is a lot to be done. Last week we were in Brazil with Avitrigo, who were here too. And Brazil is our main customers. So I'm sure Luis Miguel is then going to tell you what he found. He was with the Ministry of Agriculture in Brazil. Brazil requests things. We comply with what they want and so on and so forth. So we have now this new role. And we, the provinces, we coordinate actions. This institutional innovation is exactly that. Not only to have empathy with the work that we do, but also to have to see the advances, to see the results at the end of a day. So we have to continue working on that and to look ahead, not to be afraid of innovation. There is lots of innovation going around, but that may not be here now, but they may be here in the future. We don't know where the world is going to, but if we are one step ahead, we will be able to be there. In technology innovation, in crop innovation, genetic innovation, I think the farmers are always going to receive that with open arms. I always say that, okay, this is the qualitative push that we need. The quantitative push is that, okay, the price is good, but the qualitative push is what we're doing here, working with the national administration for them to open international market. So now we have to be very responsible and to fill those markets with good content and to do what the world wants us to do. We have to do what the world wants us to do. And I think that's very important, and we have to coordinate in order to do that. So in these type of congresses, Sergio, I'd like to thank you in a personal way because you organized a wonderful congress. The government of Córdoba, the exchange, you organized a congress in very short time, and you got to get a lot of people to come. And a Friday afternoon, lots of you have to travel, present company included, and I think that proves how interesting this was. So congratulations, and please say this to the governor thank the governor for his support. We have to coordinate action and to ask the agricultural workers to stay with us, and we want to thank them for how patient they have been, and the exchange, the grains exchange also for having played a key role. We produce food in Argentina, and we have to believe that. We don't have to be cocky or anything, but we have to believe that we Argentinians will go back to be having a key role doing these things. Well, since we have very little time, we have to take off in a little while. But Marcos said to talk about institutional innovation in the central region of the topics that have to do with sustainability and environment protection. And I think I'm going to give a few examples that are important for the way we're working. We have lots of roundtables, agriculture roundtables, like one on competitiveness or the wheat roundtable. And the roundtables, the participants in these roundtables, with Leo, Sergio, Alicia, anyone in the teams of the three provinces, we meet a couple of times a month, whether it is in these meetings, these roundtable meetings, or in some other events. And that's a way in which the institutions become better and stronger. We usually work with lots of different national officers. According to the topics, they come with officers from other fields. The public and the private sectors and the national government and the province governments, we work all together. And that's an institutionality that has its different dynamics. Last week, we were with Sergio and Leo in the meat roundtable. where the president also participates. So once or twice a month, ministers from all the different provinces, once or twice a month, also the president, the Secretary of Agricultural Industry, we're working with the private sector. That's an institutionality, and that's a value. Then there are other kinds of institutionalities that are built. 2 or 3 years ago, the estimations of the Agricultural and Industry Ministry were really non-existent or were uncertain. And now we have estimations that are a fact. We have gone to the grain exchange and they have this data, and the world markets are expecting Thursday, the second Thursday at 2 o'clock, when agro-industry is giving its information. And in terms of environment, we have been able to reinstitutionalize everything. The document of the 4 ministries that the 4 ministries issued, health and technical, national level, CFI, in the name of the CFI, Marcos himself, phytosanitary and environmental possibilities, 23 recommendation that is being given to the national government and to the provinces. That's a new way of institutionality. We have the plane waiting for us, but that's what we want to see. And many of the things that happened in Argentina in the past, for wheat, for corn, for energy, I think they're a paradigm of what we were able to destroy in value in Argentina in the past. So with this new institutionality that is being built, nothing like that will happen again. We have a different way to work, and I think that is the shield that we have to move forward. Thank you.